what your favorite anime is based on the hero you main in Marvel Rivals. Spider-Man mains, My Hero Academia. Y'all are the kind of people on Twitter who defends Deku crying every 5 minutes or insisting that Endeavor isn't a horrible human being, and you just call it deep character development and deep thoughtful writing. Just like Class 1A, you main Spider-Man because you love being a good underdog comeback story. Even though half the lobby is cursing you under their breath for being a Lord Spider-Man, and if you end up throwing the game, they will get on the mic and call you a failed abortion. Like, y'all need to chill. Playing Spider-Man does not make you the symbol of peace like All Might. Most of y'all suck and you're the symbol of button mashing and botching your combos at the worst possible moment in overtime. Punisher mains, Tokyo Ghoul. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all got that I listen to sad AMVs when lifting in the gym energy. You main Punisher because shooting first and emoting later is your therapy. You pretend to be a lone wolf anti-hero but spend half the match begging for heals. Newsflash, you're not Kaneki. You're just camping rooftops with unresolved abandonment issues. Not to mention, half of y'all are either veterans, unmedicated INFPs, or people who come from traditional FPS shooters and are incapable of playing a character whose entire gameplay loop is keeping your crosshair on someone's forehead. Wolverine mains, Demon Slayer. Shut up. Don't you filthy, college dropout, part-time Amazon employee mouth breathers say a word to me. George W. Bush stood on business when he said we don't negotiate with terrorists. Because I for damn sure will not be debating you lot lizards who snort G Fuel off the armrests of your special edition Nezuko Secret Lab chairs. Wolverine players are the biggest hype beasts in the entire community. I know you heathens will be sitting front row for the Demon Slayer movie and you'll be hooting and hollering like it's the Minecraft movie anytime Tanjiro, Giyu, Mitsuri, or Akaza show up on screen. Penny Parker mains, One Piece. You know what? I'm not even gonna clown the Penny Parker community, which is a big development for me personally, considering how much I hate you people and hope you all succumb to natural selection by trying to cross a busy street while wearing roller skates in the rain. Penny mains and One Piece enjoyers truly are the chaotic good people of the Marvel Rivals and anime community. You all love to say, I watch for the story, but really, you just like yelling Gear 5th at inappropriate times. You main Penny because flying around and randomly pressing buttons feels like what Luffy would do in a shooter. You've got 1,200 episodes of patience and yet zero patience for waiting for your team to regroup to prevent staggering. Don't worry, I can forgive y'all for being the Jehovah's Witnesses of the community by going game to game trying to convince us non-believers how good your favorite anime and Penny Parker gameplay actually is. Storm mains, Attack on Titan. You like your anime like you like your gameplay. Dramatic, overpowered, and confusing to newcomers. You main Storm because dropping lightning from the sky gives you the same rush as watching the reveal of who the armored and colossal titans really were. But let's be honest, you love chasing people down in your ultimate like you're Eren Yeager chasing down a Marleyan in his founding titan form. Doctor Strange mains, Apothecary Diaries. You pretentious, boger-loving, flats-watching lemmings think that being cerebral makes you elite at tanking. Even worse, Doctor Strange mains think that they are all upstanding members of society since they like playing tanks, which makes them morally superior to people like us who don't like playing tanks. Yet they all still seem to consistently lose the taking space and positioning tug of war more than Mau Mau loses her keys. The Thing mains, Dr. Stone. The Thing players love Dr. Stone. Enough said. I mean, it's an outspoken scientist who is Stone. Do I even need to explain? Human Torch mains, Dragon Ball Z. Your entire gameplay loop consists of aura farming in the sky like Piccolo, yelling, "Let's go!" while meteor diving into a stupid 1v4 like Goku showing up late to a fight, and then quickly retreating back behind your tanks harder than Vegeta's hairline after you barely make it out of a dive attempt alive. You main Johnny Storm because you saw one combo clip on TikTok and thought, yep, I'm him. Newsflash, bucko, you're not. And neither is Goku when he gets clapped in the first half of every arc. Iron Man mains, Sword Art Online. Of course, you main character syndrome sociopaths like Sword Art Online. You like your anime protagonist OP from the jump, just like Tony with his ability set in Marvel Rivals. You're out here boosting around the map like Kirito dual-wielding in Episode 3. But let's not forget, just like Sword Art Online, your gameplay starts off strong and falls off the longer the match goes. Hela mains, Steins Gate. You love a slow burn, 10-paragraph inner monologue, and a plot so confusing you need a Reddit flowchart just to follow it. You main Hela because you think two-tapping unaware supports across the map and spamming bird to quickly reposition the high ground makes you an intellectual. Bro, this isn't 4D chess. You just panic ulted because you walked into a 1v5 again. I bet if we banned you from playing Hela for an entire season, you would drop 8 ranks down to where you actually belong. Luna Snow mains, Jujutsu Kaisen. You think you're so cool and edgy because you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, and you don't mind playing Luna Snow because you think she's broken. Nah, I ain't having that. Let me read y'all for filth real quick. You've got either Gojo or Toji as your phone or desktop wallpaper, and you say domain expansion before ulting like it's a ritual, and you act like you landed a black flash whenever you land a freeze on a diving assassin in your backline. The only cursed energy in the room with us here is your despicable sub 50% win rate, yet you still manage to camp Grandmaster Elo by hiding behind Luna. Black Panther mains, Vinland Saga. You troglodytes are the silent tryhard. You main T'Challa because you crave that warrior's resolve energy. But really, you're just running around the backline in circles and wiggling your mouse around trying to get BP to dodge skill shots like he's Neo in the Matrix until your cooldowns are back. Y'all think quoting Thorfinn while flanking makes you a deep philosophical player who's on a higher level plane of thinking compared to the rest of your competition. But we all really know you panic and start mashing your buttons on your keyboard the moment your dive attempt goes south. Blade mains, Sakamoto days. Blade mains' favorite anime is Sakamoto days. They think they're actually Taro Sakamoto. No, you are not a wholesome dad living a double life who left the criminal underworld behind for better pastures, who somehow manages to balance a lifestyle of being Timmy Turner's dad during the day and John Wick at night. Magneto mains, Psychopaths. Y'all really said I want to play as a villain, but make it philosophical. You main Magneto because you believe morality is subjective and gravity is optional. You quote Makishima during your ult like you're in a black turtleneck TED Talk on Stanford's campus. But don't you lie to me, you pick Magneto because throwing his ultimate across the map at a cowering support player in the middle of their ultimate animation looks cool and feels good to your sadistic selves. Not because you read Schindler's List and you feel like you deeply resonate with Magneto's character and personal motivations. Captain America mains, Code Geass. Ah yes, the I'm doing evil for the greater good type. More like, you main Captain America because you think having a high keyboard APM and quoting patriotic self-righteous monologues makes you the Lelouch of the lobby. But if I could expose y'all for a minute, you're not actually pulling off 500 IQ highly mechanical plays with Cap. You're just bullying mic-less support players in teamfights by bashing their face in 1,000 times with your shield, like an unemployed 3-viewer Twitch streamer who read The Art of War once in your remedial high school English class using Spark Notes. Scarlet Witch mains, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, I know who y'all are. The emotionally unstable, passive-aggressive introvert who barely graduated undergrad with a passing GPA while studying humanities. Y'all have so much fake empathy you make excuses for Wanda claiming her genocidal butt is misunderstood. You only main her because deep down you want to hit one perfect ultimate and collapse the lobby like it's the Human Instrumentality Project while diabolically laughing into the mic like an evil Night City politician. Your favorite scene in the series? All of them. Because you watch the show, eyes shut, ears closed, brain off without understanding a single thing. Star-Lord mains, Cowboy Bebop. All of you buzzards are trying so hard to be cool, it's almost adorable. You main Star-Lord because you think your sarcastic dialogue and space guns make you deep. You post GG thanks for the elo sleep tight loser after every win like it's almost actually, it just makes you insufferable. You're just Chris Pratt. But in reality, you spent the whole match missing shots, dying in your stupid barrage trying to escape the backline dive gone wrong, and then proceeding to blame supports for every single one of your shortcomings every single game. Y'all are not cool or good. Spike Spiegel wouldn't queue with y'all if he was drunk. Winter Soldier, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Ah, well, if it isn't my favorite cyber psychos of the Marvel Rivals community. Don't even try to deny it. Bucky's arm and his ultimate make him a tier 1 cyber psycho even more than David was in his final form suit of armor. Also, Bucky mains, y'all need to stop hitting on every single girl that tries to talk in VC and ranked. You're not gonna find your Lucy playing Marvel Rivals. Go touch some grass. Hawkeye mains, Blue Lock. Y'all think watching Blue Lock gives you the ego to jiggle, peek, and swing every corner without even having a charge on your arrows and then proceed to die as you whiff every single arrow after that. The difference between y'all and the Blue Lock characters you worship is the Blue Lock players actually have some skill and will do whatever it takes to win. You people will stubbornly stay on a hero you have a sub 25% accuracy on while contributing nothing to us trying to win, and then we proceed to lose. Watching Blue Lock does not give you the privilege of having an ego the size of Reen or Kaiser. Having some sort of aiming skill will actually accomplish that. One way you could fix that is by using Flow State, an energy drink built for gamers that can give you increased focus and energy while playing to help you improve that suspect aim of yours on Hawkeye. Don't act like you're too good for it either. Blue Lock players take performance enhancing supplements too, you nerds. Squirrel Girl mains, Pokemon. Do I even need to explain this one? Y'all are more annoying than trying to run through a field in Pokemon Platinum and constantly getting stopped by Bidoofs. Trying to fight y'all is harder than trying to fight a Cynthia and not getting one shot by her Garchomp when you're already out of full restores. Not to mention, y'all act and actually look like Pokemon gym leaders IRL too. Groot mains, Totoro. You know what? I get it. You're not here to sweat, you're here for the vibes and healing energy. You main Groot because you want peace, but also because you love dropping root traps and pretending you're doing more than just existing and face-tanking buttloads of damage while simultaneously free-charging up the enemy duelist ults. Your favorite anime moment was when someone cried in a field for 20 minutes and it changed your life. You say, I am Groot, but what you mean is, please carry me. Venom mains, Naruto. Absolutely no thoughts in that empty little head of yours. Just all you know is brain go burr, Naruto run into battle, fight like hell for a few seconds, run away after getting severely jumped by the enemy backline because you went in prematurely like Naruto, then go back in again a few seconds later thinking that the next fight will be different, rinse, repeat. I've never seen a character gameplay loop that is so similar to the writing style of Naruto. No wonder Venom players love mid-Ruto. Y'all relate to Naruto so much since Venom's stupid gameplay fighting style is the exact same of so many of those characters in the anime. Black Widow mains, high-rise invasion. Y'all are not Sniper Mask. I repeat, y'all are not Sniper Mask man. If you people actually had his aiming prowess and were as half as good as him at doing your jobs and getting free picks, you wouldn't need to have a Storm or Mantis damage boosting you and duo queuing with you every single game just to get kills so you can climb. Iron Fist mains, One Punch Man. You think you're a chaotic distraction that gets the enemy team's attention to help your team win, but in reality, your impact in the game is more filler and negligible than Saitama's daily life. Rocket Raccoon mains, Chainsaw Man. Your community is built on chaos and cowardice. You main Rocket because you think being annoying equals being funny, and you think that tossing out explosives while shouting "let's go" makes you Denji coded. But you're not him. You're just a raccoon with a high death rate. You quote Aki's death scene, but ult at the absolute worst times like it's a Fortnite montage. Psylocke mains, Tokyo Revengers. Can we all just agree that Psylocke looks like she could be a protagonist in Tokyo Revengers? I mean, you can't tell me that Psylocke looks like she wouldn't be a leader of the Tokyo Manji gang. Psylocke mains are definitely rough around the edges, just like every single character on this show. And no, playing Psylocke will not get you a girlfriend that looks just like Hinata. Get over it. Emma Frost mains, Sailor Moon. Something about Emma Frost and Sailor Moon being stronger than Goku and having enough power to challenge God himself makes y'all feel good about yourselves. I mean, you main a hero that's a walking Swiss Army knife of utility. Stupid amounts of damage with her primary attack, a mobile, placeable shield, a diamond form that makes her tankier and gives her on-demand CC and extra damage, an AoE CC ultimate that does tick damage. Like, come on, how's Emma Frost not the Sailor Moon of Marvel rivals? Moon Knight mains, Parasite. You're edgy, antisocial, and probably said at one point, having a talking Egyptian moon pelican in my head represents the duality in my personality, at least once. You main Moon Knight because ruining other people's days while talking to yourself like Khonshu is watching your every move makes you feel seen. You act like Shinichi and Migi are your inner self, but really it's just you fighting over control of your body so Jake Lockley doesn't take control and use a stupid ult that'll cost you the game. Namor mains, Mob Psycho. Y'all are quirky, low-key cracked with good aim, and kind of annoying to play against if you know how to place your squids properly. You love Mob because he's OP but chill, and that's the vibe you wish you gave off. But truth is, you're just flying around trying to get that one highlight clip while your team dies on point. Mob at least had psychic powers. You guys have the power to accidentally fat finger your ultimate before every single team fight. Loki mains, Death Parade. You act like you're a misunderstood genius, but really you're just pressing buttons and calling it strategy. You main Loki because you love illusions and an anime where everyone dies and cries over it for 12 episodes. You hit one clutch teleport and suddenly you think you're orchestrating moral dilemmas. Y'all might be able to fake your deaths, but you can't fake having that negative win-loss ratio, yet you're still somehow in GM1. Invisible Woman, Spy Family. Oh, so you're a Spy Family fan and you main Invisible Woman, huh? That tells me two things. One, you like watching fake families with more plot armor than the actual plot. Two, you love playing a character that's as invisible in the meta as she is in game. Let me guess, you think Spy Family is peak anime because a telepathic child going, huh? Every 5 minutes sends you into an emotional spiral. And don't even get me started on Lloyd for a top tier spy. He sure fumbles more missions than your average Bronze 3 Overwatch player. Then there's Invisible Woman. You picked a character whose entire skill set is not being noticed. And somehow, that still doesn't stop you from getting caught out first every single time. Invis Woman is the kind of pick that screams, I want to help, but I also want zero accountability. Magic mains, solo leveling. You S-rank dungeon bosses just love solo leveling because nothing screams character development like adding new powers every single episode. What, you don't think that's you? Nah, Darkchild saves your character from being near useless in team fights. Let's talk about it. If solo leveling taught y'all anything, it's that grinding ranked alone with no friends is cool. I guess you social recluse introverts have been training for that your whole life. Every Magic playing solo leveling fan be like, I'm built different. Yeah, differently unemployed. Getting a top 500 and having no content creation or pro aspirations to make money at that point is just sad. Jeff the Land Shark, Dandadan. Y'all are cute until you're terrifying, just like how Dandadan turns a wholesome TV show into the most insane, borderline unhinged hentai anime every other episode. Thor mains. Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Daima fans are loud and flashy, just like Thor, but your aim is as inconsistent as nostalgia-fueled arcs in Daima. Also, y'all are notoriously delusional about Thor's power level in the game currently, and I feel like this reflects the mental state of anyone who calls themselves a fan of Dragon Ball Daima and Thor at the same time. Hulk mains. Bleach. Oh, now we're talking. You think ulting with Hulk and going Monster Hulk is the equivalent of unlocking Bankai. You even say, I command the heavens, like you're channeling some ancient shonen spirit. But here's the problem. You play like Ichigo in filler arcs. Flash, no follow through. You think every teamfight is your final battle. It's not. Relax, it's just Midtown, Bruce Banner. Mr. Fantastic mains. Lazarus. Y'all can stretch and flex. You're emotional and broody, but your rationality is as cold and calculated as cyberpunk crime families. Also, Reed Richards is basically Dr. Skinner, but just from another universe in the multiverse, so that makes sense. Phoenix mains. Gachiakuta. Just like how this anime is brand new, so are Phoenix mains. Also, it helps that Phoenix mains are low-key as overpowered as Rudo, but just like his current arc in the anime, most fans haven't realized how busted both of them are yet. Ultron mains. Gundam. It only makes sense Ultron fans like Gundam. It's nice to see y'all are so passionate about watching giant robots cry about their feelings in space. No, seriously, how do you make laser cannons and space battles boring? Only Gundam fans and Ultron mains could turn a war into a group therapy session with mobile spacesuits. But hey, keep building those model kits one piece at a time, just like your social life. Adam Warlock mains. Free Ren. You resurrect your teammates, but emotionally, you've aged past caring. Mantis mains. Spirited Away. Mantis players spiritually are just like Chihiro IRL. Point blank simple. They all probably look and sound like her too. Cloak and Dagger. Akira. Okay, I'ma be real, I have no rhyme or concrete reason for this one outside of the fact that I know 3 Cloak and Dagger mains IRL that are longtime serious fanatics about Akira. So there must be some type of correlation between liking Cloak and Dagger and liking Akira. I really don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments why so many of y'all love this movie.